you're doing real well. This video right here is basically me addressing you, stating that we won! We won! Justice has prevailed. But before I get into this video talking about how the scourge on society that is BuzzFeed is dead and buried, I have some very exciting news, and you better believe it, ladies and gentlemen. It's fucked me that fucking didn't work at all. That's supposed to be a magical cane, and I was going to say, it's magical. But that was a waste of $12 on Amazon, nonetheless. I have a brand new merch store, a new website. It's absolutely amazing. We've got all the mod con. Come and check it out. We've got good motherfucking t-shirts. Holy dooly. We've got
I don't have a job, so I can't get it.
Head. I feel like I'm selling Persian carpet.
I'm already 14.
But they're wonderful. We've got hats. Look at that. They go on your fucking head, mate. We've got little grocery bags. Look at that. Be a good motherfucker. Not bad. We've got enormous amounts of stickers. Look at those bastards.
Hey.
Fuck soy boys, fuck cyclists, fuck vegans. It's all happening. These bastards, these are my favourite. These are pop sockets. They go on the back of your phone so you can hold it while you watch Pornhub. As far as fashion is concerned, it goes Gucci, Louis Vuitton, fucking mate. We've got two brand new merch items. Have a look at this. These bastards, these are socks with my fucking head on them. It's back to school, back to work, back to wearing socks. And I'll tell you what, these are the greatest socks I've ever seen. Look at them, high quality. You can also jizz into them if you want. I don't give a shit. Just fucking buy it. And of course, we're restocked with stubby holders, beagle motherfucking piece of Middle East with dick stinks. And, ladies and gentlemen, best of all, for the next 72 hours, everything is 25% off. 72 hours, 25% off. Go and get it. The link is down below. Fucking good on you. Anyway, back to the death, the demise of BuzzFeed. Since the dawn of the internet, one page, one brand, one channel has been synonymous with being fucking dirtbags, and that is BuzzFeed. I have made countless videos which cement the fact that they're all hardcore feminists. They hate men, particularly white men. They think racism is everywhere, behind every single corner. Cultural appropriation is coming to get us, and perhaps most terrifying of all, they promote the evil female underarm hair. BuzzFeed started off in the late 2000s, and since then has been outrageously active. Their page, their website, and then their YouTube channel has grown to enormous heights. The YouTube channel has 20 million subscribers on it. That's fucking insane. That's almost the population of Australia. How did they do this? Well, they started off by making shareable lists. So these lists would come up on social media sites like Facebook, and people could share them. That's how they would grow. People would click on the list, they'd see the ads on the side, and that's how BuzzFeed would make money. They also then went from there to making fucking awful articles, and I thought, just really quickly, I'd go through some of the shareable lists that I thought were fucking ridiculous, and let's enjoy this together as a family, shall we? 15 photos, all feminists who don't have time for the patriarchy will understand. Wow, what a great article. 17 types of male feminists that need to be stopped. 25 stereotypes feminists are sick and tired of hearing. By the way, the list
we're not that bad.
Just gifs. These journalists, they don't even write anything in these lists. They just post fucking gifs. That's not journalism. That's copying, pasting fucking gifs. What are you, chatting on MSN when you were 12-year-old, you fucking child? Look at number 1 on this. Feminists despise every man who roams the earth. That's the stereotype they're sick and tired of hearing. Well, maybe you should tell that to fucking this lady who posted this shit just a week ago. 28 times men got called out for their own crap in the 2010s. 26 body positive memes that remind you to love yourself. Fucking lose some kilos, you fat fuck. Meet the women redefining the body positive movement. That's disgusting. No erections will be had. 21 things that almost all white people are guilty of saying. How about fuck you, BuzzFeed? That's probably number 1 on the list. 37 things white people need to stop ruining in 2018. My reading list includes nothing written by white men. Woke as fuck bullshit. That is what BuzzFeed is built on, and that is why, just like everything that has gone woke in the past few years, whether it's Gillette, whether it's all these other type of major corporations that have gone woke over the past few years, BuzzFeed are going broke.
In the business, we call this foreshadowing.
Here's a cool hypothetical for you, kids. If you had a very successful business, So successful, in fact, that NBC Universal in 2015 decided to invest $200 million US, and if you convert
That's
that to
a lot.
Australian, it's about $6.8 billion. And then, only, I think, 6 or 8 months later, they decided to invest another $200 million into your company so you can create more content. $400
That'll be
million
cool,
of
to be
investments in
honest.
under 12 months. What would you do? Would you go out there and create the content that company wanted you to create to make this
Probably.
into a giant conglomerate, a giant corporation, one of which the new media, being the internet, has never seen? Well, BuzzFeed had that exact same thing happen to them, and they went out and they did two things. Number one, they made BuzzFeed Australia and BuzzFeed UK.
Which
The
is
second
good.
thing they did was create, well, let me put it like this. They took that $400 million as a laxative and made the most diarrhea content in the entire universe. They shat upon the floor that is YouTube. Oh, you want evidence? Let me give you some fucking evidence.
Often, we're taught to hide the fact that we're even on our periods. It never happened. But why? It's the human body, damn it! So with the help of artist Sarah Levy, we're taking period shame and flipping it on its head. It's ladylike, and today we are painting with our menstrual blood.
This is typical BuzzFeed shit right here. Pushing the idea that men are disgusted by women and what happens
We
to
are
them naturally.
disgusting.
Here's the honest truth about this. This hurts women because, yeah, men are a little, most of the time, taken back by periods. It's not something that all of the time we want upon us, like most women would say about anything coming from a male's body. Usually, they don't want body
That's
fluid
just going
anywhere
over the
near
top,
them because it
doing
is
that,
blood. If we started
painting
bleeding out of our
stuff
dicks
with your
tomorrow, you'd
period,
probably
you know.
go keep that at least a few feet away from me. Social distance your bleeding cock, please. And also, I don't think that women are actually proud of their periods. You hear a lot, and you see a lot on Instagram, women talking about, oh, we're proud of our menstrual blood.
Yeah.
Why? You bleed, it is inconvenient, you attract sharks, number one. Even on land, you probably attract sharks. Number two, it is causing you pain in the guts, you're not having a good time, you're eating a lot more dairy, which in turn gives you more lactose in your system, which in turn gives you horrible farts. And that is just not a good time for anybody in anyone's family. Stop pretending you're proud of your periods, it's blood coming out of your axe wound, pull your fucking head in, ladies.
We started off today painting with a tampon.
Yeah.
She's using
What's
the
that?
tampon like a Crayola marker.
Oh my
I've never
God.
seen that before.
It's
Oh,
dribbling. It
it's
looks so
dribbling.
fresh.
Empowered, brave, strong, independent woman. Painting a shit portrait with blood. If you used any other blood, if you slit your wrist and painted a painting, people would go, what the fuck is wrong with you? Is this what the women's suffrage movement fought for? Is this what they risked their lives for, risked their freedom for? Was it the right to vote and then the right to paint shit paintings with vag blood? This is what happens when people don't have anything else to worry about. They start pulling out tampons and painting Monets.
Making the first stroke. Ah! Taking
Don't.
that first
Yeah,
tampon
don't.
stroke
Yeah, yeah.
completely
Oh.
changed the game for me. And I was just immediately empowered.
Oh,
Is that even-
fuck you so much.
Is that
Next on
even
the
blood
Jolly Blog, and
or
there
is it
about
paint?
40 of
'Cause I
these
don't know.
videos on their channel with 20 million subscribers is talking about white people. Naughty, naughty white people. Here are BuzzFeed's questions with their $400 million in the bank for white people.
Why do you
Yeah.
assume only other races like fried chicken? I love fried chicken. It should be a white person stereotype because of me.
Oh fuck, here comes the king of the soy boys.
Why do you get so annoyed when other people don't speak English?
English is hard. We have silent Ks.
I don't know, perhaps this is a video made in America, which is predominantly an English-speaking country. Does that make a little bit of sense to you? Wouldn't it make perfect sense that it would be hard for you to converse with someone who didn't speak your language in the country that has that language as their main language? That would be difficult, yeah?
How do we get so excited to brag on Instagram that we went to this really cool, authentic cultural festival, even though we went with all of our white friends?
Who gives a fuck what colour your friends are? A lot of people like festivals. White people, black people, every people. BuzzFeed and organisations that are in the same realm, in the woke realm, they all have this weird ideology that race is so important and gender is so important, when in reality, most people in the real world do not give a fuck what colour you are, a cock or a cunt between your legs. No one gives a fuck. That is what is so important here. And this is why people are starting, well, not starting, they have withdrawn their interest from BuzzFeed, and that is why they are failing.
Why do you think every Asian person is Chinese? That's like me saying to like a white person, "Hey, you're English."
I am English.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm
Idiot.
going to have to say it. People from America, Australia, right? England, Ireland, Wales, Scotland. People from these countries, the white people look eerily similar,
We
right?
do.
And I'm sorry to say this, but people from Asian countries, most
All
of
look
the
the
time,
same.
look Asian. I know, I'm going to blow your mind with that. So I'm sorry if I can't tell the difference between Taiwan and China, all right? I bet you can't tell the difference between Scotland and Australia. You fucking racist. Why are BuzzFeed so obsessed with white people?
Whiteness, white, half white, whiteness. Shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody will ever want to hear it. Nobody cares.
Perhaps everybody's favourite version of content diarrhea is Piss Baby.
My balls. I don't want my balls sticking to my legs.
That's... Oh, yeah. I do that sometimes.
I love this video. It is a classic and it is hilarious. It was perhaps the first time people looked at BuzzFeed and sat back in their computer chairs or on their lounges and they said to themselves, what the fuck's happening at BuzzFeed?
Manspreading is when a man spreads his physical body to take up as much space as humanly possible.
The people around you are relegated to a very small portion, but the key to manspreading is not noticing.
We grow up on two different tracks. People who manspread just are socialized not to worry about it.
Fuck me. I've covered this before but in a video, but if you want to know the reason that men sometimes sit with their legs apart, here's the TLDR. Cock and balls.
Yep.
Ladies, you know how your sexual organs are tucked in nice and tight like a hotel bed? Ours are flying like your bed at home. You don't give a fuck about tucking those bed sheets in. They're flying everywhere. I don't know, this analogy is fucking awful, but balls out, vag in. BuzzFeed journalist spreads their legs because...
That's my first train trip as a manspreader. I just feel like a monster already. How can you do this every day without being conscious of it?
they...
I just manspread on the bus for maybe a 5-minute ride for the first time, and it wasn't even half full, and I was already getting glared at, so I think this is going to be a kind of long week.
I think whenever a woman takes up space, she's considered bossy, she's considered aggressive. There are a lot of stereotypes surrounding black women and whether or not we're angry or we're dominant. And so maybe a lot of the reasons why I do minimalize my presence is because I don't want to be perceived or engage with those stereotypes.
Huge cunts. After these videos and many in the exact same light, BuzzFeed started to drop off the face of the earth. Their views dropped, there were massive layoffs and pay cuts. And the same thing happened with BuzzFeed Australia. BuzzFeed Australia, BuzzFeed UK, BuzzFeed India.
Good.
These were perhaps the worst pandemic the world has ever faced. But they all faced the chopping block. I know what you're thinking. Surely BuzzFeed Australia couldn't be on the chopping block. It's amazing. It creates gorgeous, interesting, and entertaining content like ranking canned beans. Oh, amazing stuff. Gay men try to label a vagina. But wait, there's more. Which bin do I chuck it? A 7-minute video about recycling. How
Just
did
chuck it in the
BuzzFeed
bin.
Australia fail? I will never
Simple.
know. And who could forget the original? A 20-second video with two absolute dickheads of the highest degree interviewing a potato. Psst. Before this starts, $400 million invested into this corporation. Okay, play the clip. How's it going, Potato? How are you?
Oh my god.
Potato,
Yeah,
do you mind
smile.
taking off your glasses? It's really unprofessional. Potato, please, Potato. Just say anything.
Why?
BuzzFeed announced on Wednesday that it would be closing its United Kingdom and Australian news operations. Praise Jeebus, we have done it. In a statement, the company said it would be focusing more on the news that hits big in the United States, even though they're firing employees over there as well, as the world grapples with a super sore throat disease. In other words, the mass exodus from their YouTube channel and their
That's a
website
good thing.
has led them running back to where they started with their tail between their legs. Also, BuzzFeed laid off 220 employees
It's like
in January
Jake Paul
2019,
and Logan
over
Paul.
a year ago, including some of its new stuff. In a memo published
But
by
they haven't crashed down
BuzzFeed CEO
yet.
Jonah Barretti said the company was embarking on a major restructuring in order to reduce costs, which includes scaling back resources for its international operation. BuzzFeed, ladies and gentlemen, is dying.
Good.
And I, for one, couldn't be fucking happier. Ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucker.